No, and they're not in the SEC, that means University of Georgia football. So I want to start this show. I want to start this show
Mm.
talking about the Georgia Bulldogs and some Bulldogs that are in the NFL that are making headlines and doing some things, and whether it be for a long time or they're kind of just now getting into the game. And I want to start with one Georgia Bulldog that definitely did his thing in his rookie season. That would be Brock Bowers, the tight end out of Georgia, 112 receptions, 1,194 yards, and 5 touchdowns in his rookie season. Now, George, I got to ask, did you expect him to put up numbers like that in his rookie season?
You never can tell, but I'm not surprised at all. To say what I expected, it's hard to expect something from a rookie. It's just a tough position to be in. But what I do know is he's the most physically gifted, um, trait wise tight end that I've probably have seen. I do think he's probably the best tight end in college football history. You just don't get what he possesses in that package um, too often. The speed, the acceleration, the ability to catch any and everything. He displayed that in college, so it's not surprising that he got a quick start in the NFL and was able to produce at a high level. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all, man. Brock is the real deal.
Now, I will say that he did a lot of that, and he was basically the primary weapon on that team, and people knew he was getting the football, and he
Yeah.
still did what he did, which is crazy.
Yeah. Well, what people don't tend to realize is that certain traits are traits, and exceptional traits, um, they translate to every level. I say it all the time. People talk about where kids played and where what people who they didn't face and this. Now somebody like Brock did it against the best competition there is in college football. I'm not sure what it was in high school, but people talk about, for instance, I put it in basketball terms, with Zion Williamson. Oh, look at those kids he was playing against, in high school. And then, okay, so he went to Duke, and then we see what happened at Duke. And then we got to the NBA, and we see what happened in the NBA. Traits are traits. They're going to translate wherever you are, and it doesn't matter. It's just a matter how well you adapt to the rest of the game. As far as the traits concerned, though, Brock, man, he's elite. As far as speed goes, as far as burst goes, as far as you know, he's probably not asked to do a lot of inline blocking, but his hands are top tier. So like he's gonna be a mismatch for most people in the NFL, most defenders in the NFL. So you expect that from him.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. I'm wondering what's going to happen in year two. Now that people have tape on them, I'm very interested. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think in year two that they're going to devise some type of plan to kind of slow him down, or do you think he's just going to continue to do the same things he's doing, especially in a with Pete Carroll as head coach and different
It's go-
offensive scheme?
it's gonna be tough, but at the same time, uh, so yes, they're gonna key in on Brock. You have to account for him, but also you have Ashton Genty. I believe didn't they draft another tight end or get another tight end?
I
A
am
high level tight end, I think.
I'm
Um,
not for sure, but they do have
yeah,
Jacoby Myers still out there. That he's not great, but he's not a guy that's going to
yeah.
he's a guy that's going to make some plays though.
Myers requires attention. Myers
Hmm.
requires attention for sure. It's just a matter of how they do at QB. Who they have? They have Gino now.
Yeah, Gino. Yeah,
Is that Gino is the quarterback now? And
yeah. He's still not right back, by the
he's been
way.
throwing the ball well the last few years.
Hmm. Yeah, he's still
Say
not
what
right
now?
back. He said he's still not right back, by the way. You know, he wrote that. You know, they said they wrote him off, but he ain't right back. He still ain't right
Yeah.
back. So he's still cashing in at the bank as well. So you know he's doing this thing. But